Hey everybody, thank you for joining me again. This is a very special video. It's basically a thank you. I am either at or very close to 1,000 subscribers right now. To me, that's huge. I don't know. It's amazing that there's that many people that would actually watch my videos. Anyway, heading south, going way south to a small town in Utah, and then we're going away from the small town into the desert. So thank you so much again for joining me, and I will update you. We got about an hour, a good hour drive, so we're off, and let's hit that intro and I'll see you there. We've been going for about an hour. We're now out of the cities, thank goodness. You can see we're surrounded by country, which to me is nice. This guy's in the way. But yeah, it's slow going. We're about halfway there now. Took longer to get out of the city traffic mess than I thought it would, but that dude's going 50 and an 80. Alright, so better pay attention to my driving. It's beautiful out here though. See you on the flip side. Alright, boys and girls, what I'm gonna attempt to do here is tickle out whatever critter lives in there with a piece of grass here. This is a spider hole. It looks like a tarantula hole. It's big enough to be one. I'm a little nervous getting my... Yeah, there we go. Can you see him? That is a true wolf spider. And he heard me or felt vibration. Let's see if I can get him to come back out. See his face just barely. There he is. See his fangs, just grabbed it. How about that, huh? That, my friends, is a wolf spider, a real one, not one of these pretend ones you see around. See if I can get you a better shot. I need a bigger piece of grass though. Let me see if I can situate you so it's not shaky. Let you get a good shot. Because I'm holding this with one hand. I got a bigger piece of straw this time. Use the other side. It's hooked. Make sure I'm on the right place. This is just called tickling. And you can do it with tarantulas and wolf spiders. Here we go. See that? Very skittish, but
Sometimes you twist side to side. I don't even need to twist, just move it side to side, or just scratch. It's a full-grown female. Males will burrow, but not the same way as the females will. You just see its eyes down there shining at me. Can you? Hold on, let me adjust something. He's looking right at me. Wrong way. Hold up. Alright, let me try this again. I'm sorry it's so bright, but I want to get as good a picture as I can. There we go. Now watch the fangs. See, it's biting it. There it goes. It doesn't retreat very far, but far enough, right? I lost half of the stick, so let me flip this around and we'll try it. Ooh. Sorry, it's so shaky. Try it again on this side. There we go. Yeah, see, she's biting it. Got it. My hand's getting tired of holding the camera. Need a tripod for this business. We got this guy just basking in the sun here. It's a simple fence lizard. But if there's fence lizards out and about, that means there's rattlesnakes. I'm doing a little site selection. This would be great, but this is a game trail through here. And game trails are not good to camp on. I know there's at least deer here, but there's also cows. And I detest cows. I hate this open graze garbage. Cows come in here and they wreck everything. So even though this is like a great place, this little area here, it's broken one major rule, and that's don't camp on game trails. So the deer go down there to water and the cows go anywhere they want and wreck everything around them. Anyway, so nearly perfect. And keep this in mind though. Sometimes you gotta bend the rules a little. All right, if you can hear me, let's do an assessment. I like this area, except for one huge problem. Well, two. It's a game trail for deer that are doing whatever deer do in the springtime. You can ask your parents what they do. But anyway, it's a lowish area through here. And let me show you how low. Like, it comes down a few feet to this type of thing here, and does not get higher until you get over here, but not enough. If the water level were to come up even a few inches, I would be stranded in a swamp. I would have a small area and I'd end up fording across there to get back to the vehicle out there. So, no. Also, it smells funny. These are aspens, not aspens, these are cottonwoods. And they don't smell nice when they decompose and die, and it stinks, so. It smells like stink beetles, so we're not doing this area. Even though it's nice being this near a water and a hill and spiders and lizards and stuff. But yeah, it would not have to come up more than 3 or 4 inches. And with the temperature today being above 70, that's not out of the question. So, nope, not here. All right, found a spot. Here's my truck. And let me show you around a little bit here. Get you off the tripod. So, we got a relatively flat spot with a lot of open area, which is nice. Hey truck. We have scrub oak. We have pines. More big scrub oak. We have cedar or slash juniper trees. And we got a little creek down there. Got my junk. And for some reason there's all these rounds of cut up wood. Probably gonna use those for something. If I can get a couple long ones like that, I'm making a raised bed. Cause I even forgot to bring my hammock straps, so there won't be no hammock camping. But oh well, I can sleep underground, no problem. But yeah, here we go. So I think I will put something right about here. And yeah, I think this is about the most level spot. And we'll just do that, eat some food, have a good time, and talk about why we're here. Talk to you soon. Interrupt the irregular scheduled programming for this. Look at this little guy. He ain't gonna sit still. Let's see if we can get a good shot of him. It's cold, didn't run too fast. Look how blue that is. Expect he, she just got out of hibernation, but had to do a bit of clambering around to get him, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Shaky, shaky, shaky. This is a blue belly, or a fence lizard. Don't know what you guys call them, but they're quite little, cute little critters. They like the warmth. That's why he's hanging onto my hand, or she. I looked up the little lizard skirt, so I don't know. And eyes closed. Huh, cute little critter. Give him a little neck rub. Her, it. It's got some halfway decent claws dug into my hand there. A little bugger. But anyway, if I was starving, I'd eat it, but I'm not, and that's a little weird to say, but cute little guy, huh? Really pretty underbelly too. Holy cow, that's shaking. I like to see reptiles. I really like reptiles. It means there's snakes out. This guy, one of his biggest predators, or hers, is snakes. Water snakes, garter snakes, rattlesnakes, anything that'll get them will get them. Anything that can eat them. Birds will sometimes prey on them as well. There's a few species of birds around here that will, but I can't believe he's just hanging on there like that. Bobbing a little bit, it's weird. Or it's just me shaking. There you go. Welcome to the 1,000 subscriber special. We got spiders, we got ants. There's a log over there I was going to use for my bed that is just covered in tiny black ants. I'll go show you in 2 seconds, but there we go. Let's go ahead and let this fella go and put him over here by this branch so we can go make a home there or something. Up. Come on. There we go. Every time I say up, since I saw the Christopher Robin movie, I think of up, down, turn around. His morning exercise. I know. I'm weird. Lizard seems to like it though. Really pretty critter. The sun off his back. My shaking has been one of my most embarrassing and weakest things, but full tail, a little bit of a crimp in the end there, but I don't mind. It's a lizard, it's a reptile, it's spring, winter's over. I love winter camping, but man, I'm glad summer's coming. Let's go put this guy down. Here you go, little fella. Off you go. They blend in so well out here. It's crazy. Go, shoot. Well, you do what you want. We're going to work. Let's get back to that time lapse. I want to show you the ants I found. I'm going to disturb them again. They won't like it, but they're ants. I put this log here to keep their home together. I was going to use this thing as part of my shelter, but ants do not do well with camping. See, that is what looks like a pile of food. It's white, fungus looking stuff, and I know it's not their brood because it's not eggs and they don't got legs. Maybe you guys can tell, but I think it's food. But that is too many ants to contend with. I do not want them crawling all over me all night. They might not bite, but that would be extremely irritating. So the only way for me to get them off would be to burn them, and I just don't feel like doing that. So we're gonna let them be. Besides, they're pretty benign and they won't hurt me. So I'm just gonna push this log back under here to prop this piece of prop this piece of wood up. So there you go. So now we know in there is ants. There'll be ants under a lot of these things. I can almost guarantee it. In fact, when I lifted this up, down here, that's where the lizard went, under here. So if we lift this one up, there'll probably be ants under here somewhere as well. I was wrong. No ants. Spiders. But no ants. How about this thing? Just the cardboard. Why do they call it cardboard? It's bark. Yeah, more ants. Everywhere. Ants, ants, ants. So, yeah. We'll let the wood be. We'll gather our own. I'd rather not sleep on ants. Or spiders. A lot of this stuff, though wet, is oak. And it makes great wood. It makes great. I'm having a rough one today. It makes great firewood. But run out of daylight. Sun's about there, right there. That far. We got about an hour of sunlight left, and then it's going down to. That's different. Why the nails? They're really old. That's weird. There's more up there. Wait, there's nails all along this. Hold up, distraction number 50. Yeah, what's with the nails? I guess somebody hung things here once before this was in the way. Also notice is this. I'm not sure what that is. Spring steel. I wonder if this this was a spring. A coil spring. It was wrapped a lot tighter than that little coil. You'll see them in like wind up toys, little kids' cars. You wind them back and they fly forward. That's what that is. And then this end here would have latched onto something. And I gotta get my bed made. So much to look at. Oh, look at that. A cicada skin. Cicadas are loud. Could be years old. A spider web. Oh my gosh, Eric, you will be doing this all day if you don't go make your bed, and then you'll be mad at yourself for doing it in the dark. So let's go. We got to gather some wood. We got to find some other things and stuff. So I can't. I have to. I got to turn that over. I got to do it. It must be done. If I don't do it, someone else will. Grasshopper skin or cricket skin, could be either. Don't see anything else. Spiders. Oh, you know what? Make sure I'm not grabbing it, but that is a black widow web. They are very strong. It's holding this whole lot of stuff together. But that right there. Oh, hold up. Hold up. It was a black widow. It's dead now. Something got it over the winter. It looks relatively soon though. Interesting. And worms. And red sticks. This is what I live for, guys. I'm so sorry. I will get back to the camping. This is the 1,000 subscriber special. Like I said, I'm giving away a knife. Might as well introduce that right now. So let me pop it off my belt loop here. It's the knife I'm using today. It's brand new. I haven't modified it. I haven't done anything to it. Oh, get. Oh, well, I'll just pull it. This, my absolute favorite knife, is the Mora Carbon. robust carbon. This one is even nicer than mine. It's got that bluish tint to it, nice and shiny. I mean, you can see the reflection of the camera in that. But it has got, I'm not gonna modify it other than I polished the back here so that we got a 90-degree spine on it. It's nice and sharp there, and it goes up to about there. You can see, focus, you can see on the tip. Come on. Yeah, you can see, no, back. Come on, you racist camera. I mean, you can see on the tip here the change from the nice shine to the weird steel that they cut. Anyway, so we're using that today. I'm gonna be very gentle with it, and it is dang near shaving sharp right now. The robust has a thicker, shorter blade, thicker tip, and I like the handle better because I'm always afraid that if I stab down like that to make split small sticks, that I will slide my knuckles down and hit the blade. I did a nasty business on my other hand here. Right here on my knuckles, a scar. Severed a ligament and a tendon, and in physical therapy there was a guy who did that. He stabbed a knife like that and his finger slid down and he cut the ligaments and tendons across the inside of his hand there. He had 40 visits of physical therapy and he still could not open and close his hand all the way. 2 surgeries to fix it. Anyway, so I like that it has this guard right there so that your hand does not slide when you whack on things. But favorite knife by far, the Mora Robust Carbon. And to get this knife, what I'm gonna do is, if you're a subscriber, comment below. I will then count the number of subscribers, give everybody a number, roll it randomly 1 through whatever number, and the number that's chosen wins the knife. I will make arrangements to get it to you. But yeah, make sure you're a subscriber, comment below, and it could be yours. And if there's only 4 commenters in 1 month, so 1 month from today is the 19th, it'll be out the door. So 1 month from the day of today, not the day I get this video posted. I want to get it posted ASAP because I'm about 979 subscribers right now, so I should hit that 1,000 mark any day now. And yeah, I'm so excited. I love you guys. I really do. I really appreciate all that you're doing. You're great. Just thank you so much for watching my craziness. And let's get back to setting camp up because it's getting dark late. No, it's not dark, silly. It's getting late and I don't want to be putting up things in the dark. So let's do this. Love these trees. They're so random. Alright, I've been thinking. I am wearing myself out trying to get enough straight logs to build a raised bed. And if I don't start cutting down live trees, which there are arguably a few that are quite straight, I'm not going to get there until well after dark. So I think I'm going to level the ground. I do have a little shovel in the truck. I'm going to level the ground and we'll do it old-fashioned right on the ground. So I don't know, a lot of these juniper, cedar trees, whatever you want to call them, they have a lot of little knobs just coming off them everywhere. And so after I get enough, which I think I'm going to need about 8 to 10 to go lengthwise and to be wide enough to lay across, be this way, flip it this way, then like this. So I'd need 8, lay it like that, of the size that I'm getting to be just wider than shoulder width. And then I'm going to have to de-knot them. On top of that, I got to then set up my little, I guess it's just a bivy sack, a pad, and slide my quilt in it. And I got to get the firewood, get the fire started, cook dinner, eat, and can't skip the bedtime stories, right? So a lot of work to be done still, and I got about an hour of light, of sunlight. I don't even know what time it is. It could be 6, 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, then I've got 2 hours of light. usable light, an hour and a half usable light. So I think what I'm going to do is I want to build a Siberian Log Fire, and the tiredness, the tired brain. Yeah, there's just behind camera there's some really scratchy, nasty looking scrub oak. Those guys. And I think there's enough dead stuff in there that I can get some decent sized logs with my silky katana boy, and we can get a decent sized fire going. I don't expect it to be too cold. This elevation at this location, I'd be surprised if it got below 35. Even so, I like to sleep warm, and I like to have a good fire too, so let's do that. I'm gonna do that. Let's go for it. Let's get a move on it. Alright, we found a suitable hole. It's really just it's a hole in there down. And I just been clearing it out here, leveling it a little bit, making sure there's no ants or anything, because ants are not something you want to sleep in. But it's the most level spot around. I think it'll do just fine. So get all this crap out of it. The reason you do this is, one, to make sure there's nothing underneath that will puncture any of your gear, and two, spy is to get rid of the critters if there are any. Make sure there's no ants. It sucks to lay your stuff down, get moving, lay down at night and have ants come up over the top of everything. But this will do just fine. Nice having a sharpened shovel. So I think we'll go head to foot here. This will be nice. There are a few sticks above that will end up as firewood. I didn't say it was a sharp shovel. If I need to hang anything though, I got a tree here. So I think I will utilize this tree over here to hang my gear, because it's 9 miles that way. Here we go. Let's lay down a tarp, throw my stuff on it, bivvy, bag, wool blanket, pad, done. Let's go. Alright, this is my Everest Rainfly, but it'll work as a ground tarp today. I gotta take the string off of it just so it doesn't get all tangled up, but easy enough to do. You just pull these little knob bits and it comes right off. Ta-da! Looks small. Yay. Don't lose that. Alright, here's the test. Did I inflate her well enough? Ah, favorite part of any camping trip. Testing the pad, the sleepiness, the everything. This is a good view up this old juniper. I approve. I'm leaning slightly that way. Oh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight, boys. Girls, dogs, cats, aliens, mammals, chickens. Don't know what you are, so I'm gonna do this. Ta-da! Not done yet. Since there's not a lot of space in the bivvy, because it's a bivvy, I'm gonna put this on here to break up the pad design. Let's get closer. I want to break up this texture on here. I don't like it. I think just laying it out in the middle like that will do it just fine. I mean, it goes over it on the edges. I can't see what you're seeing. It goes over on the edges a bit, but again, I don't mind that. Again, we must test. I'm usually a side sleeper, so. Got a pillow. First time bringing a pillow on a camping trip. Normally I just throw my pack down here and lay on that, but I thought, let's try a pillow, see how that goes. There's a glow stick hanging in the tree over there. Old man bones. Yeah. Alright, that's gonna work out. That'll do. This is my Gore-Tex Bivy. This is what I slept in the army when I went out in the field. Zippers on this side. Get it all the way zipped. It zips from both sides, bottom and top. If you're too hot, unzip that. I'm expecting company, so for my 1,000th video, I wish I had 1,000 videos. That's a quad. It's a Hunter. I really hope that doesn't go on all night. That's so irritating. There's that. And yeah. The nice thing about this guy is it's got this Velcro here. So if I'm ever in a rainstorm, since it's waterproof, I can slide down in there and I can take this, Velcro it shut like that, and then that lip rolls over the bottom half and keeps all the water off me. The wool blanket will get wet, but wool is a unique thing that even when it's wet, it still insulates, so I'll be all right. So I'm gonna go get my quilt. I don't have a sleeping bag, I got a brand new quilt. You have no idea how excited I am about that. Maybe you can hear it in my voice, but I get my quilt, put it in here, and that's done, and then it's fire time. And food! Fire and food. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm starving. I got chicken thighs and steak, and some carrots and broccoli that I'm gonna boil up and throw some butter and salt on. That's gonna be my dinner. Gotta have chicken, gotta have steak. I love chicken thighs. All right, sorry if you're a little crooked, but this is it. This is how it comes, stuck in a box. This is the Hammock Gear Camping Outfitter, folks. This is the 0 degree plus over stuff because I'm a cold sleeper. Economy down, made out of duck feathers, not goose. Goose was like, this was 200 something bucks, 280 I think. Goose would have been near $500. It's a little bit lighter. You shave a few ounces, I think 4 or 5 ounces off of goose, but I'm not much of a backpacker, so that's not a big deal to me. Like my truck's 50 yards that way. Normally, I do that. I'll drive into a spot, find a place that I can walk in, because Grandpa, old man Bones over here. I guess airplanes don't just, it's like a YouTuber thing. If you're an outdoor YouTuber, there's gonna be airplanes going overhead. It's strange, I don't know. Anyway, so this is my quilt. It's my first time using it. I didn't put it in the stuff sack because I didn't want to. And why? Because I'm in a truck. But let me show you the things and the stuff with it here. Inside the bag comes the stuff sack. You can get it into this one quite easily. You can get smaller stuff sacks and get it even smaller, but as long as you don't leave it in there too long. I've got a 0 degree sleeping bag, synthetic. It's probably more like a 10-ish, teen-ish degree sleeping bag because I left it in a stuff sack for so long. Hey, I didn't know, I was new. So it's got a fully sewn foot box. This is the bottom. Your feet go in there. And then it just you lay in it like that. Up at the top, you got the snap that goes around the back of your neck or over your head, and then a drawstring. And you can pull this drawstring and cinch that up completely, put your head in there, and you're all the way in. I'm 6'2", so I got the large version. You can get them in a smaller version as well, but I'll pull my saw out. So I'm gonna take all this stuff off for now, and I'm gonna climb into bed, because why not? My wife ain't here to tell me no. I was just kidding. My boss is not here to tell me to go back to work, waking me up like a jerk. Rude people everywhere, right? Take a nap at work and you have a boss waking you up. She's saying no sleeping bags in the office. Kidding, he's not. Actually, my boss is pretty good. Can't say much for the company, but the boss is good. So shoes off, because it's just rude to put your shoes inside your quilt. Who does that? You guys are way up there. Yeah. Oh, boots have zippers. If you've never had a pair of zippers on your boots, you're missing out. Everything just comes off so easily. I'm wearing jeans. In the bag I have my ACU pants, Army Digital cover. They're not the current version. I felt odd being a non-serviceman still wearing serviceman gear, so I waited until they replaced it, and now I wear them. So that's how you do it. Easy. 1, 2, 3. Side sleeper, no problem. And if it's really cold, you can take this thing and tuck it under your arm. Of course, I'm gonna have my pillow like a pleb, but I'm tall enough. My feet are not at the bottom. Now they are. Now they're at the bottom. I can pull this right over my head. 0 degree plus some. My butt's not hanging out on the other side. I got plenty of loft, plenty of room. It's gonna be a good night, ladies and gents. And now that I'm in here and getting out of it's easy. Ta-da! I'm out. That sleeping bag, especially in a hammock, I'm not kidding you. I would turn the camera off and it would take me 25, 30 minutes to get into bed, get comfortable, get the sleeping bag on me, get my clothes not all bundled up under my armpits or twisted funny. It was such a hassle. But you do it. I mean, 10 years I had that sleeping bag, and I'm not going to stop using it. Why stop using good equipment? So, anyway, into the bivvy. That's how it's going to be in case we get some water. This is waterproof. Look at that, all puffy and nice. So, yep, this is how it's going to be right here. All in there. Zip this up. Make sure I stay on that. There we go. Now if it gets wet, this goes over my head. Kind of. There we go. I'm good. This will be nice. Now, I had surgery in the military in my feet, so when I'm in a sleeping pad, see my feet down there are hanging over the edge of the pad. My heels, right where my Achilles tendon connects, that part I just hang it a little bit over. It doesn't touch the ground, and I have a little blanket down there, so I'm not worried about being cold on the bottom, but this is it. This is my sleeping setup. Next thing to do is gotta get a fire going. Mouth is dry too. Fire, and then we'll chat, make some food, and have a good time. But seriously, I'm not kidding when I say I really do appreciate you guys. It's amazing to me that there are so many people, that 1,000 people. I mean, other channels have more, but I don't care. These are people that are subscribed to me. 1,000 people, that's incredible. I can't even imagine that, 1,000 people. I don't know how many views this video get. Not everybody watches all my videos, but that's okay. I don't care, do your thing. I have YouTubers, I haven't watched their stuff in years, but then I'll watch a whole bunch at once. I think everyone's kind of like that. But yeah, 1,000 subscribers. That's, I can't express the gratitude I have for my community, for you guys, for watching my videos. A lot of it is my family, my own family. My kids watch my videos. You know what would be sad, what were to happen if I were to die? A lot of people, it was a real thing when I was in the Army, and it could have happened, but I got to thinking, I don't have anything to give my kids. I don't have anything that I have done that I was proud of, except my church mission and my military service. So I started making these videos primarily for them. Now they have something that's permanent or semi-permanent, that if something were to happen to me, they can go back and watch their dad, and I want them to know that I absolutely love them. And people hear that I have 5 kids, and they're like, well, 5 kids? What? That's so many! I think, not when you have it. I've got 2 kids that are in diapers. They're wonderful little critters. I love them, and they're awesome. And you don't end up with 5 kids all at once. It happens. This has been 12 years going, so yeah, I love my kids, I love my family, and I'm just grateful for you guys and for your support and your your kind words and your encouragement. And I hope that you stick around. If you want to see something, please let me know, because I'm always looking for ideas. I need to go back and do the bow drill. I failed that like 4 times. I need to do it. Now that it's warming up and drying out, I might have a cheating chance. So bow drill, next camp out we do is going to be the bow drill tonight. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And holy mackerel, it's warm in here. I've been running around. Unzip. I'm trapped. She's got me. It's a collusion. No, the Russians are keeping me in here. Okay. Open it up, flop that over, and I'm out. Easy breezy, just like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna get some wood. I think I'm gonna get some oak, make a Siberian log fire, check on the status of my family. I've got my brothers, 2 brothers, maybe 3 brothers, and my dad coming down. They want to do some turkey hunting. I'm gonna shoot my bow. I can make a fire in the dark. I want to shoot my bow. Let's do it. All right, here we go. This is my bow. Whoa, get out of the way, arrows. This is my bow. It's the Samix Sage Takedown. And all you gotta do to put this thing together, well, the string's a mess. Like I said, it's been in storage a while. So the string will have shrunk slightly again, so the poundage will change. But the limbs, let me grab the limbs. So we set the Samix Sage upside down. Way to go, guy. What does that say? I read it in the display. Yes. 26 inch, 40 pounds. And like I said, it's a takedown. I can't remember if the... Yes, that goes down on the bottom. The writing goes on the bottom, so it's you can read it when you shoot. Anyway, you just unscrew these little bolts here, which makes it real easy to carry. And it's got this thing, you can attach it so you can use fishing. And up here further, it has a hole right there. Pull that out and you can put a better rest on it. And up here, I've even attached a regular like compound bow sight. I found it useless. Not useless, but it was something else to get used to when I had already decided I was used to something else. So, clouds gathering. So, the limb is going to curve away from the handle like this. Stepping on everything. So that when you string it, this whole thing is going to pull back towards you. So it'll be a recurve bow. That's what it is. Well, it's a recurve bow. I'm not into compound bows. I like things that are simple. And a compound bow it can be extremely complex. So let's get it all put together, strung. I have a stringer. I didn't bring a stringer. Don't need one necessarily. Necessarily? Yeah, whatever that word is. You don't really need a stringer. I'll show you how to, at least how I do it. There's different ways that different people do it. But I'll show you how I string my bow. I tighten these pretty tight, hand tight. Now, you're going to want the string to run from here on the back side of that knock through that groove right there and to the other side. Now obviously the string is too short to go on there, so I'm going to have to loosen it on this side and let it slide down the bow like that. That way I can get it around on this side. Just like that. And then what I do, I step back, I make sure that the bottom part is in the groove, follow the string up, I place my leg opposite of where my anchor string, my string is here, between the riser and the string, and then place this end on my shin. And I pull on it, give it tension with the string so this part stays there. That is critical that that string stays in that groove. If it comes loose, it won't work. It'll hurt. And then from here, just by torquing my body and using my body's weight, I push down and slide that in. Now to see if it's high enough, if your brace height is high enough, you want it to go from your little finger to the tip of your thumb. Now my brace height is a little bit too low. I could twist the string and get a little more distance and a little more poundage out of it, but just for what I'm doing now, I don't think it's necessary. The correct way to do it though is to go from your little finger to your thumb, and you see here how much excess I have, and to get that out you just take one end off, unstring it, twist the string in the direction of the string, so with this way it's going to go counterclockwise. Just twist it 10 or 12 times, put it on, try again. Anyway, this is good enough for what I'm doing, so let's shoot it, see how it does. Now because I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, I didn't put my guard on. If you hold your bow with your elbow curved and straight inward, the string will whip you in the arm and it will do some awful damage. So relax your arm and hold the bow in the meaty part of your hand, right in here. So it should just rest on your hand there like that. You shouldn't drop it when you do that. But anyway, because I don't have calluses due to the fact that I'm a computer nerd, I'm wearing a glove instead of a proper stringer hand thing, whatever you want to call it, grippy gripper. So with a compound bow, you take the arrow, the fletching, that's the different color, and it goes out or up as you've loaded it. And it should clip onto the string and hold its position. Now these are cheap arrows, so it may not. And then you use 3 fingers. You can go 3 below, you can go index above, or you can go further below the string. Some folks will go as far down as like that below. So you'll knock the arrow. Yeah, I don't have any knock points on my arrow, my bow. I just try to shoot by instinct. Some folks will grab it down there, and then they can put their eye here and look straight down the arrow to aim. I don't do that. I use gap shooting, so I put 3 fingers on. I keep my little finger there. If it gets in the way, I'll put it under. Typically you want it under so when the string releases it doesn't slap you in the finger. So that is now, that's done. To pull, you want your elbow out like you're playing a musical instrument, and you can start down and pull with your back, or you can start like I've seen people start way up here and then just drop the bow like that. And to me that's silly because it takes more strength to pull it down than it does to just pull back. At least for me, anyway. So let's see how bad I am at this now. Little finger out of the way, draw with the back, and low center. Let's try again. With cheap arrows like these, I think I got these for 20 or 30 bucks for a dozen. You want to make sure the tip's on tight because sometimes it'll hit something and come right off. You don't need to hold it with your finger like that. I just put my finger there because this knock does not stick to the string well. So here we go again. Over the top. We'll have to go find that arrow. Now to show you something, set the bow on the ground like an idiot. This is a field point. That's used for target practice. They come in various size grains. Grains is the weight. And these are plastic fletchings. Typically you do not want to use these with a recurve bow because they will rip off if they hit it just right. But anyway, that is a field tip. They thread on and off. You can put different tips on these bows. Now there is a piece of glue here for some strange reason, but it's garbage. It comes right off. But make sure that's tight before you shoot it. To show you the difference, this is a proper, what is going on here? This right here, ouch, get up in there, is a proper wooden shaft hunting arrow. Now this guy here is one heck of a mess. When something hits, it punctures, this tip here will break right through bone, and when it punctures, it pushes on these things here, and those blades come out. And when they come out like that, they do a lot of damage going in. And that is a good thing. With a recurve, you can't use tri-points, so you just got that. But having long wings, sharp, razor sharp wings like that, and a mean tip is a good thing. When you hit an animal and it starts to sever arteries and tear up tissue, the quicker that animal dies, the better, and the better the meat tastes. So you don't adrenaline-filled, nasty, gamey flavored meat. But this one's particularly fun to put it back. Just these things go in, and all it's doing is resting on a rubber band here on the bottom. But this is a hunting arrow. Recurve uses feathers. These are the fletchings. Of course, the yellow one, the odd cover one comes out, so it sticks to the string, and off it would go. But that's a hunting arrow, very different from a field arrow. Anyway, let's shoot it again and not miss this time. Now, I am only 20 yards away, like I said. I'm rusty as get out for this. I'm not a big shooter, but like I said, I use gap shooting to decide where to put the arrow. You see how these fly funky? It's because the spine is too stiff for the arrow, or they're too heavy or too light. One of the two, or I'm shooting completely wrong, and someone can correct me in the comments. Getting the hang of this. Yeah, I'm only about, I don't even think this is 20 yards, 15, 20 yards. But like I said, you gotta warm up to the longer distances. That hit me in the arm. So I shot it a little different than I did the others. That one flew really badly. Did you see that? Alright, I gotta try something. Alright, I think this is where we're gonna have the fire tonight. Now I've selected this spot right here because there's nothing overhead, there's nothing near me that's gonna catch fire. So I'm gonna clear a little space on the ground, and we're gonna make what's called a Siberian log fire. There's different ways to make a fire last a very long time. One of them's like an auto feed, just big logs. You've got the dirt filled upside down fire, which burns pretty good for a long period of time, but nothing beats a good big log Siberian log fire. I'll show you what I mean. First things we need to do, we clear the ground and get us a spot to start. So let's do that now. I don't like my knees, so I'm gonna scrape the ground with my knees. I'm an idiot. Give us a little bit of a spot here. Clear all the dirt, debris, and I'm gonna move it on the downhill slopey side because nobody got time to. So what I'm doing is kind of a waste of time. But we want a level spot in case a log decides to roll. It's not going far. And I like the spot because it's mostly dirt. Next thing, we need a big log. This one might be too big. Alright, boys and girls, pause the show. The log I selected had one of my most favorite inhabitants in the animal kingdom. That is a black widow. They have very, very tiny fangs. Come here so you're not going to be able to see her fangs. But she's looking at us. This is a black widow. I'm gonna put her back. This is the most venomous spider in North America. I've done a short highlight on him, but this one is not fully grown. She's about half grown. She'll go through about 2 more molts to get bigger, but she's big enough to cause some serious pain if she chooses to bite. And she's very much disliking what I'm doing, so she's putting her face right down to the glove. She can't bite through it, her fangs are far too small, but maybe I can get her to show us her uniquely colored underbelly and why they call it, how you identify it. First of all, they're jet black. shiny black spiders. Dark places, corners, crevices, under logs, they create a small funnel, and then they're there, and their webs are exceptionally strong, but if I bug her enough, she'll either flee or curl up in a ball and hide. So I'm just pestering her enough that maybe we can get a shot of her underbelly here. Instead, she's biting my glove. I'm not going up there because that's skin. Hold up. Maybe there. No? Okay, she's gonna dangle. Alright. Turned around, wrong way. Now, okay, come. No, maybe we saw it, maybe you didn't. I think the best way to do it would just be to pinch grab her. But she will drop legs, and I don't want her to do that. I would not do this if it didn't have gloves. Oh, almost. Having gloves is what's keeping her from biting me. If she were to try, I mean, she may not be, but she's awfully close. I can see her little pedipalps touching my glove quite closely. Alright. Very, very gentle. There we go. Okay. This is a pinch grab. It doesn't hurt her. I'm not squeezing hard enough for it to hurt her, but that's the violin shaped. That's how you tell right there. That red violin, this is certainly a black widow spider. So we're going to set her back down. She's playing dead now. They'll come to very quickly. I used to keep these as pets when I was a kid. I think I had 11 at one time in a single jar, but I've aggravated this girl enough. I'm gonna go put her back, and we gotta find us a log to make a fire with, but it's pretty cool. A lot of critters in this episode. Whoa, not there. Okay, don't want her going under my glove. All right, time to pester her again. Don't move. There we go. All right, let's go put her back. That is a log. I kid you not, I go to put it back, I grabbed another log and another black widow's under it. What do you do? We're in Utah. So that is gonna be the edge of our log. This is a very, very big one for a Siberian log fire. So this is gonna stay hot all night, which is fine because I'll cook my breakfast in the morning. So that is step number one. I'm not even gonna clean it up. I'm gonna set it out right here like this, and all the other logs I'm gonna lay across it here in a fanned out position out this way so they don't burn this way. All I want the fire right here with the logs going across the top. So grabbing a big saw, I'm gonna get wood from somewhere there. I think that's our first victim right there. Let's go get it. Love this Katana Boy 650. Yak one. Hold up. There it is. Hopefully this isn't too short. She's a little rotten on the inside. Hollow, that's probably why it's dead. But still good. Numero uno. And you want them hanging over the edge. You want at least 3, so I'm gonna probably do 3. You want them hanging over the edge about 10, 18 inches or so. You can't even see what I'm talking about. I'm just yakking my head off to nobody over here. I'll show you in a minute. This is Sparta. Whew. Another hollow log. Burn quicker than I want. Did that mostly off camera. There we go. See, that's not good. They'll burn really quickly, but it'll work out. A couple things to think about. That's why they're dead. They're rotten and hollow inside.
This rim out here, still good hardwood. Same on both of them. This one's hollow all the way down, this one is not. But you want them hanging out about that far. And you're gonna fill this in with kindling. So these things in this catch fire and it'll hold all the heat down once you get a nice bed of coals under there. So, whew, one more to go. If you wanted, you could also make this several feet longer. I'm gonna bring it way out here. I don't know if you can see what I'm even doing. I'm so loud. So yeah, that's this is the start of a log fire. Again, fanned out at the end, several inches, just so you have a big enough gap here that the fire will not spread to the other side here. Bad karma, bad bueno, no good. Bad bueno, I don't know what that means. We need one more log about the equal diameter, and then we're gonna just pack that in with some stuff and light her ablaze. And hopefully don't take 30 minutes to start like I did in my last video. Just. Alright, log number 3, again, fanned out at the end. Put our tools in the dirt. Alright, same distance, same thing. Keep the ends up here together. Scooch that guy that's got a lip here. There we go. Process stage 1 complete. Now let's make a stage 2. We need kindling, decent sized stuff to sit up underneath here to get that whole thing a roasting. Whew. I'm out of shape. Holy cow. I got an idea. Got some old rotten oak logs sitting around this place. I'm gonna set them on the like it is. Keep that fire in there. So when we're sitting out here, we feel the warmth. We don't want to. We move to the other side while we do some roasting.
Kid, don't stop talking so much. His tongue's sunburned.
This one's decidedly heavier than the last one. It goes there. It's a little damp on the inside under the bark, but I don't care. It'll warm up, dry out. I just want to keep that bed of coals in there. So I'm gonna fill that underside. And I got a juniper what to do that. It's all wet. Everything's wet. Alright, I got a secret weapon. It's kind of a fuzzy wax stick, but I'm gonna try to do this with just natural stuff first, using the back of the gift knife and my fire steel. So let's try to put this in my pocket. It's my backup. Let's get to it. Alright, set the knife off to the side here. And what I'm going to do is get a whole bunch of this stuff just right ready. And I'm going to stick it in there too, because why not? And this stuff is bone dried dead off a tree. Alright, this is an old pine tree up here. Got gunshots, that's just great. It's an old pine tree. What I want to find is sap. So we're gonna look around here, tripping on things of course, for that right here. A wound and chunks of sap. Look at this. That piece right there will probably do me just fine, but why go little when you can go a lot? That, I've never seen so much sap in one glob. Let's go back, I'll show you what we're doing. This is pine sap, pine resin. It's a huge glob of it. I've never seen this amount. What the heck is going on over here? You still, yep, you are. Never seen this much of it. 2 chunks, and there's a lot more than that came from. So, what I'm gonna do is now get some cedar bark. Nearest cedars are right over here, busy shaking a boot. And I wanna find this stuff right here. And it's gotta be dry, so I don't wanna peel the whole tree, but see that part down there is wet? I just want the end of it. The outermost, fuzziest part. If the end is wet, I'll only use one end. I'm just gonna scrap it off like this. Doesn't hurt the tree. It sheds off and falls all over the ground. Animals scrape it off. But just like this, we got that. Now only the dry ends, the stuff against the tree like that is wet. So we're gonna arrange this so that all the wet ends are on this side, away from everything else. Okay. Dang, that dude with the gun needs to relax. Okay, so now to avoid a repeat of last video where it took 30 minutes to do this, I'm going to take this and rough it up. And this one's doing very well, crunching it down into a mess like this. And then I'm gonna take my pitch, my pine sap, and we're gonna crunch it in there. And it's just crunched into powder right now, but it's gonna go all over in there, make a sticky, and when it gets wet, a sticky mess. And then we're gonna take it and put it up by the fire here like this. Right there, over here, is my striking platform right there. That's where the spark's gonna go. I'm not sure what to do with this chunk. It's huge. Back up. But here we go. Gloves off. Get the ferro rod. Get the knife. And I hope you guys up there can see this as well. But we're gonna strike it now. So I want to do it like this then. We got flame. It's gone out. All right. Put those dry fibers back there. Over here, maybe you can see better. Can you see it all? Right here, that's it. I'm gonna pull those fibers down and gouge, strike. Weird, awkward angle. Whew. Losing daylight. There's the fire. I'm goofing around too much. There we go. No, come on, all right. Out of the way, sticks. Sorry about the hands in the way. Well, that's burning. No, it's not. All right, this is in the way. Move all that over into here. The pitch is in there. That's just a big mess of a piece. Alright. Sticks are in the way. Get them out. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, she's a burning. Whew, dang, Gina, where that one was going. Burning my face off. We get the fire, the problem is it doesn't get the pitch. It doesn't get the pitch going. So we're gonna do the curls from a feather stick. Gotta find an appropriate stick. And a little damp. Actually, we got more of this stuff. Let's get this all fluffy and work this the right way. So all of this mess here needs to get up out of the dirt. Get your pine sap. Make it nice and open, very fibrous. Seriously need to do this the right way. Are we good? We good? No? Yes? No? Maybe? Get some twigs on there, maybe? If it burns the pitch, we're going. We're absolutely golden when it hits this pitch. But it does, but then it immediately goes out. There. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Finally! I think it's safe to say that one will stick a boot. If it doesn't, then I'm an idiot. I'm gonna start over. But it's burning pitch now, so it's just a candle in there. Now what we want to do is take twigs and feed it. But this is gonna burn now. There we go. 4. My sleeping situation is downwind. Oh, goody. Just what I always wanted. All right, that's how you do it, boys and girls. Now, that was rough because of my positioning. You look, I've got nothing, all kinds of stuff in the way. The best way to do it is to lay it out on a platform. Juniper bark is only good if it's got something else to catch, like pitch, like you see there. That'll burn now for an hour. It'll be fine. We're good. We're golden. It's gonna spread. Everybody's happy. Oh, smells like Christmas. We're done here. Let's feed the fire. So I think that's just gonna keep burning now until there you go. So I'm gonna bring out my chair and get ready to cook some food. See, the fire's now licking up underneath those logs. That's what we want. We have clouds coming up overhead, but I don't get rained on. If I do, I'll just throw my tarp over myself. I'm going to give you a quick tour of my Siberian log fire. See, the fire's all up in the front here. The base log here, with the logs here. Now, because they're spread apart, the fire, it'll consume the topish of the log, but it won't come down this way. And a lot of this stuff around here is going to get burnt, but it can't keep burning because there's not enough fuel down here, and because it just doesn't have enough heat. The rest of it, now this little guy doesn't need to be there, but I put him there just for kicks and giggles. But the rest of it, all the heat is coming out this way. Like right here, I can feel a substantial amount of heat, while on the other side of the fire, hardly anything at all. But this should burn for a very long time. I'm gonna have to roll some ashes out there, something to cook my steak, chicken, whatever I got. I got my bed light candle going over there, night light. Pretty happy with the setup. No company yet, so I'm thinking this might be a me versus the world type situation. But I like this. It's a good time. Gonna go grab my chair and enjoy my fire and cook some food. Let's do it. Everybody needs a table and a chair. This chair is my Kelty chair. My wife got it for me. Bless her heart, she's freaking awesome. Very lightweight chair. I would not say it's worth the $130 that it costs, but if you can get it for 50, 80, maybe $100, I think it's well worth it. Very light. Fits in my backpack. I can strap to the outside of my backpack, but it's like a bucket seat in a sports car. And my table, my fire. Oh, and a bit of cloud cover. That kind of worries me. But only a 20% chance of rain. At least that's what the weather said this afternoon. Lighter skies that way. We'll see. If I get rained on, I get rained on. Anyway, got a halfway decent sized bed of coals in there now, so I could probably just drop my steak on that fire. Oh well. We'll see. I could fall asleep right now. I can do. The only thing I don't like about this chair is it's back heavy, so it'll tip over and fall halfway if I'm not careful. But that's a hot one. I could do that steak right now. Probably unstring my bow too. Let's see what we got. Could do chicken thighs, but I'm not in the mood for chicken thighs. I got a nice steak. You can see that. It's beautiful. She's ready to go. So that, and I got some salt and pepper for the vegetables, and I gotta make a fork.
seasoning, and then chicken. I'm still hungry. I probably will be. So let that out. Now all of this stuff has to get put up and seasoning for the chicken. Otherwise critters is going to eat it. So put that over there. I ain't got a plate, so I'm going to have to solve that problem. Alright, that's not a dead one, so it'll keep its whatever. I need 2 logs. There are turkeys here. Got a turkey feather on my log. What I like to do is suspend this up right above the fire like this. Something like that. So that I can put my pot hanger on there and cook me some food. One more log. Alright boys, beggars can't be choosers, so we're just gonna do this goofed up way. But let me show you. We got that log holding it up and that log keeping it down. And then it just dangles over the fire right there. Up. Not doing all. Oh, that's so warm. This stuff is melting up here. Can't have that. And they're dirty, but we're gonna take some broccoli, toss it in there, which we want 4 or 5. And some carrots. I like carrots. Good for your face. And leave the rest for tomorrow. And then water. Not a lot. And to drink some. Put the lid on. And hopefully when we hang it, it don't dump it all over the ground. You know what I didn't do? I didn't have enough salt. I don't have enough salt, so I'm not going to do that. I just have this. If I can spare some salt. What are you talking about? I'll open this. Hold the butter and throw some salt in there, just so it cooks in salty water. And then boil this for about 9 years. Let's do it. Whoa! Don't forget your lid. There we go. That should boil in about 4 days. Can't even see it. What am I doing? There it is. Give it some time, that'll boil, cook those carrots and food. And I'm gonna toss my steak right there. This steak's gonna cook really fast. So I need to first prepare a stick for a fork. You can tell I'm running out of juice, so not much talking going on. Just taking the chips off this stick and making it a fork. Quickly as possible because I'm hungry, so sorry you can't see it. That fire is so hot, it's unbelievable. Alright, I think that'll do. I think that'll do, donkey. Name the movie! I think that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Bonus points if you can name the donkey. Or name the movie. Now grab the steak. Just like so. Nice juicy steak. You can't even see it. Plop it down. Put some seasonings on it. Season both sides. Down it goes. Right in there. Sizzling away, right in the heat. Don't put your bag in there. Don't put nothing else in there. Clean off your knife. And that's going to take minutes to cook. Whoa! Been speared. Easy. So that'll take just a few minutes to cook. I'm gonna pull this to the other side so we get even heat. Dang, son, that burns all over the fingers. I'll get you down here and have a look at this. Come on, enjoy the moment. Can't not enjoy steak. Now, if any of you are looking at that going, ew, gross, it's in the ashes. Ash is completely sanitary. It won't hurt you one bit. The coals, everything coming on there, not a problem. You can eat that down and all it's gonna do is help remove toxins from your guts, because charcoal does that. But it's cooking. I'm gonna flip it in about 1 minute, and I will clean off some of that ash. I don't nobody wants to eat chunks of coal, but there you go. Gonna have that steak for dinner. I'm gonna eat it like a savage. I'm just gonna grab it with my hands and narf on it. So there you go. That's how you cook a steak in the wild, out when you're doing your thing. So there you go. All right, I think we shall flip the steak now. Take it up, turn it over, keep it on the coals, scrape some of that nonsense off. Still quite raw, but the ends are doing good. And I like that charry flavor. When that, ooh, you can see my shadow. I can point with my shadow.
Well, duh.
The edges get a charry taste to them. They are so good. They're just like perfect. I can see 2 lights out on the road. My truck reflecting back at me, and a candle that I put out there. My brothers and dad, I think, are lost. They might have just given up and they're doing their own thing, which is fine. I have been a lone camper for years. My vegetables boiling yet? You don't want to flip a steak more than once, but I want to have a look at it. The edges are done, but the center is not yet done. It's too hot to keep my hands in there. That steak, she's a bacon good. Bacon, not like eating bacon, but baking. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Just gonna pull them off. They're not boiling yet. They're steaming, they're not boiling, so. It is hot out here. Calling it good. I don't want a burnt steak. I think the edges are pretty done. So, taking it out. Ooh. I don't know what that was, but I don't like it. And I'm gonna brush off the goo. I'll take off some of this ash and stuff. Can you even see this? That head's in the way. All right. Glare, glare, glare. Here's my steak. Put my gloves on. Oh, it smells so good. I'm supposed to let it rest for a minute, so dang it. We shall do that as it drips everywhere. I got my bag. It's going right on top of the plastic bag. I'll let it rest for a minute. The steak looks just so good. Like the outsides are cooked pretty roughly, but I'm guessing that inside is nice and rare. This is my carving knife. I'm not using it to eat with because I have my Opinel. All right, I'm gonna eat my dinner. Vegetables are boiling. I'm gonna boil for a little longer. I'll be right back. That's my brother back there. I'm just about to climb into my bag and go to sleep. I'm sleeping out under the open sky. I can see stars though. And like I said earlier, I think there's only a 20% chance of rain tomorrow, so we should be good. Boy, that light just does not diffuse well, does it? Maybe if I shine it off something. Nah, not really. A lot better than my other lens. Is that better? Alright, stop messing with the light. Anyway, I'm gonna just lay down and go to sleep. So, see you guys in the morning. Been a pretty good day. Family finally got here. Took them darn near like 7 hours to find me, but they made it. Alright. See you in the morning. Bright and early. Maybe. I'm cheating. Sometimes you gotta cheat when you want to fire really fast. And that was $1 hand sanitizer. Problem is the flame's almost invisible. I do this with a glove. I can't tell if it's gonna. If it's. Supposed to go quicker than that. Oh, it is going. Never mind. She's burning. It's hard to tell on the hand sanitizer at nights because the flame is invisible. Not much for ground camping. I don't know why I do it every time, but well, not every time. I don't know why I think it's going to be different every time. There's my setup over there. But slept well enough, I guess. Only woke up 3 times. I feel like a pancake when I sleep on the ground. I can only sleep on one side for a minute, then I gotta flip over to the other side, and then I gotta, when I'm done that side, I flip over on the other side, and when I'm done on that side, I flip over on the other side. I'm a side sleeper. If I sleep on my back, my nose gets all stuffy, unless I'm in a hammock. I promise I'm not jealous of this hammock. I got us a fire again, too big of a fire. We just piled a bunch of stuff on this time. The rest of the folks are hiding out in the trailer, which is above out of the frame there. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my breakfast. My wife got me these caffeinated Crystal Light things, and so I decided to mix 2 in 1 and put the caffeinated Crystal Light in the oatmeal. These things are generally not sweet enough. Anyway, let's try this Crystal Light and oatmeal mess I've made. What do you got for breakfast? You got a little extra?
Not bad.
One is sweetened with sugar, the other is sweetened with sorbitol.
Are they fighting?
Yeah, they're sucralose and they're not stevia. Stevia, that's it. It's sweetened with stevia, and stevia compared to sugar is bitter, so it's got a distinct imagine eating paint and oatmeal together. A little sprinkle of hairspray or something. It does, it tastes like someone squirted it with hairspray. hummingbirds and fires and hairspray oatmeal. This is living. Holy cow, this thing is. It's got some weight to it. Alright, we're gonna turn off the camera. I'll shoot my bow a couple times, and Dad and 2 other brothers are still sawing logs. We're supposed to be hunting turkeys. Don't you get up at like before dawn to hunt turkeys? What?
I don't know anything about hunting.
I'm pretty sure you gotta get up early and kill the animal. That's the general premise, I believe. Anyway, see ya. I think we're gonna call it right here. Gonna go walk the road, look for some critters, but that's all she wrote. Had a good time. Ground sleeping's not my favorite, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I did about 7, which is pretty good. So make sure you comment below for a chance to win that knife, and hit that sub button, like, and enjoy this while we head out. Later.